Hey, curious minds, welcome to the deep dive. You know the generally accepted story of human space exploration,
Yeah,
right?
big milestones.
Exactly. It's a grand narrative, starting with like sending animals into orbit, then our first brave astronaut,
Darren, Shepard.
right, and then that giant leap onto the moon, and after that, all the countless probes and satellites, venturing throughout our solar system.
Yeah,
It's an absolutely incredible public achievement, celebrated everywhere.
definitely.
But what if that story, the one we all know, is just, well, the surface layer?
Hmm.
What if it's a carefully constructed narrative, maybe concealing something far more complex or even stranger?
That's where things get interesting.
Today, we're plunging into the fascinating, sometimes pretty wild world of secret space missions,
Uh-huh.
the kind that spark intense curiosity and make you wonder what's really happening out there, just beyond what we normally see or hear about. So our mission for this deep dive is to explore 5 of the most popular and often really debated secret space mission conspiracies. We're drawing directly from a stack of sources you shared with us.
Yeah, we're here to unpack what people believe is going on behind the scenes and maybe touch on why these stories grab hold so strongly.
Exactly. Think of this as a journey into alternative narratives, where seemingly random bits of information get woven together in really surprising ways.
Ways that constantly challenge our conventional understanding of space and, well, humanity's role in it all.
We'll look at what's officially known,
Hmm.
what's alleged, sometimes quite vehemently alleged.
And perhaps most importantly, try to get a sense of why these particular theories have such a powerful, sort of persistent hold on our collective imagination. It's fascinating in itself.
Okay, let's unpack this then.
Mm.
Starting with a claim that hits right at one of humanity's proudest moments, the moon landing itself.
The Apollo program.
So, the public story of NASA's Apollo program, everyone knows this, is that it successfully landed humans on the moon between 69 and 72.
Right.
Culminating with Apollo 17 is the final mission. That's the official history, right? It's what's in the text box.
That's the accepted version, yeah. But the counter narrative, it suggests, a different ending to that chapter.
How so?
There's this widespread belief that 3 more Apollo missions, 18, 19, and 20, were secretly carried out.
Secretly.
You-
Even after they publicly announced cancellations due to budget cuts.
Exactly, despite those claims. And the alleged reason for keeping it so quiet. The idea is that they discovered something big on the earlier public missions.
Like what?
Advanced alien technology right there on the moon.
Wow.
Mm.
Okay. And the one that really seemed to blow up online is Apollo 20, right? Proponents claim it happened in August 1976.
That's the one. It gained massive traction, especially when videos started appearing on YouTube back in April 2007, posted by someone calling himself William Ruddled.
And Ruddle's claims were,
Yeah.
they were pretty out there.
Truly extraordinary, yeah. He asserted his team didn't just land on the moon during the secret 76 mission, but that they found an ancient alien base. Specifically, a huge cigar-shaped spaceship just sitting there on the lunar surface.
A giant alien ship on the moon.
That's the claim. And it's interesting, the level of detail in these claims, almost cinematic sometimes. It really helps make a conspiracy theory feel incredibly tangible to people who believe it.
And maybe the most astonishing part of Ruddle's story, what he said they found inside the ship.
Get this. He said they found a female alien humanoid inside.
A humanoid.
Yeah, and he described her as being in a state of suspended animation. Sort of, neither dead nor alive.
Wow. And they gave her a name, didn't they?
They did, later nicknamed Mona Lisa.
The alien Mona Lisa.
Oh, okay.
And Ruddle went even further. He asserted that even though they only had basic medical training, he and his crewmates actually moved Mona Lisa from the moon back to Earth.
They brought her back.
In the videos he released,
He flat out declared, she is not on the moon. She is on Earth.
That's incredible. So this Apollo 20 mission, the footage, it's still fiercely debated, I imagine. Oh, absolutely. It's a perfect example of how these narratives become powerful cultural flashpoints. There's a really clear divide between people who dismiss it all as an elaborate hoax and those who are convinced it holds some profound hidden truth.
Okay, so from alleged secret return trips to the moon, let's shift focus to something even maybe grander in scale. Solar Warden.
Ah, yes, Solar Warden, the secret space fleet idea.
Right. This is the theory of a permanent, highly classified fleet of spaceships, basically maintaining a continuous presence throughout our solar system.
And proponents have different ideas about its main purpose, right?
Yeah, seems like it. Some suggest this top-secret fleet is out there patrolling the outer reaches, kind of like a defense force against potential alien threats.
Affecting Earth, basically.
Others believe its mission is maybe more self-serving, like colonizing parts of the solar system, maybe just for an elite few, or perhaps exploiting resources out there.
Right, two very different motivations.
Now, the big hurdle for skeptics, obviously, is the funding. The sheer, almost unimaginable cost.
Billions, you'd think. Trillions, even, maybe, to build and sustain something like that.
Exactly. Where would that kind of money possibly come from without anyone noticing? That's the big question.
Well, believers have a pretty interesting counter-argument for that.
Right.
They argue the funding comes from not just a black budget, the usual term for hidden government spending on covert ops, but an even deeper underground budget, implying like layers of hidden financial streams way beyond any official scrutiny.
So completely off the books.
Essentially, yeah. This concept of untraceable funding pops up a lot in these kinds of theories. It provides a sort of unchallengeable explanation for these huge secret projects.
Yeah, and the technology, where does that come from?
Well, the claim there is that it's likely based on reverse-engineered alien craft, possibly decades ahead, maybe 20 years or more, of what the public knows or has access to.
So alien tech fueling a secret human fleet. And is there any evidence people point to?
Well, some alleged evidence cited for Solar Warden comes from amateur astronomers. People like John Leonard Walson, who've reportedly captured video footage with their telescopes.
Footage of what?
Footage, they claim, shows these massive spaceships just floating through space, sometimes above our own planet. It really highlights that human desire, to find proof, however elusive it might seem.
Okay, all right, let's move on to a really fascinating one that involves potential alien diplomacy, Project Serpo.
Serpo. This story surfaced around 2005. Came from a guy named Victor Martinez who claimed he had ties to the U.S. government.
And the core idea here is a secret space program.
A highly secret one, yeah. Specifically aimed at communication and even an exchange with extraterrestrials.
An exchange, like people for aliens.
That's the core of it, with aliens from a planet called Supo, supposedly located in the Zeta Reticuli star system.
Zeta Reticuli, that sounds familiar. Isn't that linked to other UFO stories?
It is, yeah. It's famously associated with alien encounters in other well-known accounts, like the Betty and Barney Hill abduction story from the 60s. Gives it a bit of context within UFO lore.
Okay, so what's the backstory for Serpo? How did this supposedly start?
Well, according to an anonymous whistleblower who fed Martinez the info, it all goes back to Roswell.
Of course, Roswell, 1947.
Right. The claim is the U.S. government recovered not just the crashed craft and deceased aliens, but also one surviving alien.
A survivor from Roswell.
That's the story. This survivor reportedly lived in a secret government facility, maybe Area 51, until about 1952.
And during that time?
Supposedly, it helped U.S. scientists understand and even repair its damaged craft. Reverse engineering again.
Okay.
And crucially, it also helped establish communication with its home planet, Serpo.
So the Roswell survivor basically opened the phone lines.
Allegedly, yes. And this communication is what supposedly led to Project Serpo itself, an actual exchange program set up around 1964.
An exchange program. What did that involve?
The story goes that aliens came to Earth, held talks with the U.S. government.
Aliens visiting Earth for talks.
And in return, 12 U.S. military personnel carefully selected from different branches were chosen to travel to Serpo to visit the alien homeworld.
12 Americans went to another planet.
Yeah.
Wow. And what happened to them? Did they come back?
Well, the mission's supposed outcome is just as incredible. Apparently, communications were lost for several years. Big gap.
Oh.
But the group, or most of them, did eventually return home in 1978.
Most of them.
Yeah. The story claims 2 of the crew members died during the mission on Serpo. And, get this, 2 others chose to stay behind.
They stayed on the alien planet voluntarily.
That's the claim. The ones who returned were supposedly intensely debriefed by authorities. This debriefing allegedly generated over 3,000 pages of statement.
3,000 pages. That adds a lot of detail, or at least alleged detail, to the story.
Exactly. It fuels the whole mystique of the project.
Okay, let's shift gears now from elaborate alien exchanges to something that is undeniably real, but still wrapped in a whole lot of mystery. The X-37B.
The robotic spaceplane.
Right. This is that highly secretive unmanned space shuttle. It started orbiting Earth back in May 2015. And by May 2016, so just a year later, it had already been up there for a full 12 months, doing well, doing whatever its secret mission is.
And that's the core of it, isn't it? The profound mystery is, what is this thing actually doing up there?
Nobody seems to know.
The general public has absolutely no idea. And NASA, or rather the Air Force and now Space Force who run it, have been incredibly quiet about its purpose since day one.
Which, of course, leaves a huge vacuum.
A vacuum that theories just rush in to fill. That official silence is like a classic catalyst for conspiracy theories, isn't it? When they don't say anything, people assume the worst or the wildest.
And people definitely have speculated. Some sources, apparently out of Russia, suggest it's basically a weapon.
A weapon? Like
Part of a U.S. mission to destroy other countries' satellites. Essentially a continuation of the old Star Wars program.
Right, the Strategic Defense Initiative from the Reagan era, a space-based defense or offense system.
Exactly. But that's not the only theory.
No, there's another compelling one. It posits that the X-37B, this unmanned craft, was actually sent up to monitor something else.
Monitor what?
An unknown extraterrestrial craft or satellite that's been detected orbiting our planet.
You mean like the Black Knight satellite?
Precisely. Many believe this theory refers to the purported Black Knight satellite. That's a recurring legend in ufology, this idea of an ancient, unknown object orbiting Earth, maybe 13,000 years old, allegedly transmitting signals somewhere.
So the X-37B could be spying on an alien satellite.
That's one theory. It's all speculation, of course.
And it's particularly interesting, isn't it, that even experts question the secrecy. I remember reading Laura Grego, a senior scientist at the Global Security Program, basically saying she sees no compelling reason why the X-37B's mission or its experiments need to be kept so secret.
Right, which just fuels the fire. It makes you wonder, if there's truly nothing nefarious or extraordinary going on, why all the intense secrecy around what's essentially a piece of publicly funded technology.
Exactly. What are they hiding? Okay, deep breath for this next one.
Uh-oh.
Because now we dive into perhaps the most mind-bending claim of them all. And surprisingly, it comes with quite a rich tapestry of alleged details and even named claimants.
Okay, I'm ready.
The alleged involvement of the CIA in time travel operations.
Time travel, right.
Supposedly dating as far back as the late 1960s.
Okay. And how did they allegedly do this? What was the mechanism?
They talk about jump rooms.
Jump rooms.
Yeah, special facilities that supposedly allowed the instantaneous teleportation of humans to Mars.
Teleportation to Mars
Yeah.
back in the 60s. How?
Well, the claim is this incredible feat was achieved by getting their hands on Nikola Tesla's papers.
Tesla, the inventor.
Right after his death in the early 1940s, they supposedly stole his research and unlocked the secrets of teleportation from it.
Wow. Tesla, teleportation, Mars. That's a lot.
And there are specific people who claim they were actually part of this. Men like Michael Relf and Dr. Andrew Basiago.
Basiago, right. I've heard that name.
Both assert they were directly involved in the CIA teleportation program as children.
As children? Why children?
Well, Dr. Basiago's specific claims are particularly detailed and pretty disturbing. He says he spent almost 2 decades on the project. He even claims he helped install one of 2 alleged Martian colonies.
Colonies on Mars. Installed by teleporting kids.
That's the claim. And he stated the CIA controversially used talented and intelligent school children for these missions because apparently their minds cope better.
Coped better than adults.
Better with the, quote, rigors of teleportation and time travel. Apparently, many adults involved went insane from the intense pressure.
That's quite a claim. So it wasn't just about getting to Mars.
No. According to these accounts, the program allegedly had a dual purpose. Not just colonizing Mars, but also, maybe more sinisterly, gaining political advantage over the rest of the world.
How? By knowing the future.
Exactly. By using the time travel aspect.
And Basiago gives examples of this.
He does. A really chilling one he provides himself is that back in 1971, he claims he was shown images.
Images of what?
Images of the 9/11 World Trade Center attacks, supposedly brought back from the future via this program.
Show 9/11 in 1971.
It's a really remarkable claim, isn't it? Directly connecting this alleged secret past program to a major future tragedy.
That's, yeah, mind-bending is the right word.
And just to add one more layer, some sources even claim that a young Barack Obama participated in this Mars jump room project as a child.
President Obama, really?
Adds yet another layer of, well, unbelievability or intrigue, depending on your perspective, to an already incredible narrative.
Definitely adds intrigue. Wow.
So that was quite a journey, wasn't it? Through claims that really challenged, well, almost everything we thought we knew about our place in the cosmos.
It really was.
We've explored an incredible breadth of these secret space mission conspiracies, from, secret moon landings with alien passengers
Right, Apollo 20 and Mona Lisa.
to alleged intergalactic exchange programs like Project Serpo, shadowy space fleets like Solar Warden,
The mysterious X-37B doing who knows what.
and even claims of CIA-run time travel and teleportation to Mars using kids. It's quite a spectrum.
It absolutely is. And it's really crucial to reiterate, these are highly debated theories, right? You've got very strong believers on one side and equally strong skeptics on the other.
Absolute.
But what seems undeniable is that ongoing human fascination with what lies beyond our known reality, and maybe even more, what might be deliberately hidden from us.
Yeah, hidden either by design, government secrecy, or maybe just by the sheer vastness of the unknown universe itself.
Exactly.
It really makes you reflect, doesn't it, on the nature of information, how we process it, what we choose to believe, and the whole concept of secrecy in our modern world.
It does. And maybe leaves us with a final thought to mull over. If what we officially know about space, about our history in it, is only a fraction of the actual truth, what does that imply about the possibilities and maybe the dangers lurking just out of sight, or perhaps just out of our time?